Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Craft Field on the campus of Tufts University for today's NESCAC Tournament quarterfinal women's soccer game between the visiting Trinity College Bantams and your host, Tufts University Jumbos. Before the game begins, we would like to ask for your help with raising funds for the Jumbo Hurricane Relief Initiative. This group of students has paired up with a Tisch College to create a centralized fund that is aimed at aiding island disaster relief in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. If you'd like to donate, you may Venmo them at Jumbo Hurricane Relief or access their GoFundMe page at Tufts University Hurricane Relief. There are families that really need our help right now, and every dollar counts. Thank you. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the flag behind the bleachers for the playing of our national anthem.
Save there for Julia Patino, getting the start in net for Trinity. Ball's still loose there. Tufts wins it and will pass it back into the defense. That's Jamie Corley with it. A little too far for Tally Clark, and he'll go out for a Bantam throw. Barbarisi to take the throw. Throws it over the head of a couple jumbos. Finds the feet of Trisha Pollock. Pollock working on Maloney. Good job there by Sarah Maloney to get a body on that ball. It's going to go out for a Bantam corner.
Pollock doing well there to win the corner down that right-hand sideline. Didn't have much going, but now they've got a real chance with this set piece.
And Shannon Kennedy will take the corner for the Trinity, the junior from Hartford, Connecticut. An early opportunity here for the Bantams. Ball into the box. And that's going to be a goal kick off of a Trinity foot.
It was a great ball put into the box. And Trinity putting good pressure on it, but just couldn't get ahead to it.
Sarah Grubman gets ahead of it for Tufts. And the Jumbos are looking to run with it. It's being chased down by Sophie Lloyd, the freshman, who's been scoring a lot of goals, as you mentioned, alongside with first-year Sophie Lloyd. Goes out for a Tufts throw. Finds Lloyd. Lloyd looked to center, but it's intercepted by Bantam. Tally settles it. Tally Clark, that is. Over to Corley. And a little too strong there. Clark couldn't corral it. And it goes out for a Bantam throw. Barbarisi's throw is intercepted by Tufts and it finds the feet of Liz Reed. She passes it to fellow first-year Sophie Lloyd. Tufts working it around. And a good idea, but just not well executed as Alessandra Sadler was running for it and the ball was a little bit too far behind her.
Neither side at the moment finding a good rhythm with possession, but I think that'll come later on in the game as the nerves start to settle down.
Tufts with it. Sarah Maloney was looking for Tally Clark, but instead it finds a Bantam foot. Clark doing a good job to harass the Bantams there, and that's going to force them into a bit of a pressure situation. Sarah Grubman giving chase, as well as Liz Reed. Shannon Kennedy couldn't really control it, and it's going to go out for Tufts throw. So good pressure there by the Jumbos, forcing a turnover.
Yeah, well done. They're pressing up there, making it difficult for Trinity to pass it out of the back.
Trinity looking to switch sides of the field. Being chased down by Kelly Lucas. And Sadler intercepts it, puts the ball into the box, but it's a little bit beyond the reach of any of her fellow teammates. It's going to go out for a goal kick, excuse me.
It was a good opportunity there. Sadler doing well to intercept. Cross just couldn't find the feet of one of her teammates. But good pressure from Tufts, making it very difficult at the moment for the Bantams.
So we've seen both teams here in the first 5 minutes get some good opportunities in the opponent's half of the field. Nothing to show for it yet, but still early, of course. Trinity wins the goal kick. A little dangerous pass back to the back line of the defense. And Tally Clark's going to take advantage, laying it off for Liz Reed. A little bit too far, though. And Trinity will throw it in. Cami Beath had it stolen by Liz Reed. She's got Clark on the outside. Clark tried to put a ball into the box, but it goes off of the defender, Cami Beath, and it's going to be a corner for the Jumbos.
Good tackle there to stop the service getting into the box, but now Tufts with their first corner, first chance to put some numbers in there, put some pressure on the keeper.
It's going to be Sarah Grubman to take the corner for Tufts. Grubman's ball's a low one. Went near post, still in the box. Kicked out of there by Shannon Kennedy.
Wasn't the greatest of deliveries, but Tufts will keep the ball.
Far side now for the Jumbos. Looking to put a ball in the box. It finds a Bantam head. Jamie Corley tried to squeeze it in there to a teammate, but it was intercepted, and here come the Bantams. Crouchwich does a good job to keep that ball in play. She lays it off to her teammate, Trisha Pollock. Pollock tried to find Kennedy, but it's intercepted by Jenna Tricoli. And Jamie Corley wins it back for the Jumbos. This is Kennedy for Trinity. Over to Beath. Beath switches sides of the field now. Kelly Lucas with it. Sarah Maloney will boot it out of trouble for Tufts. And the two first years looking to operate now at midfield, but it's poked away. Maloney's ball a little too far to the reach of Tally Clark, and he'll go out for a Bantam throw. Barbarisi with a good ball in, but a little bit too far out of the reach of Blake Crawley. Crawley was through, no defender really picked her up, but a little bit too much on that ball, and Emily Bowers had no real issue stepping up to grab it.
It was a good idea. It was a great late midfield run right through the middle of the defense. Tufts won't be happy with how easy she got through there, but fortunately for them, the ball was just a bit overhit.
Kennedy trying to chase that one down. It's going to force Corley to just kick it out. A little bit of damage control there. You can hear the Tufts bench shouting big throw as Barbarisi is about to take it. They're expecting this ball to be put into the box, if not. And you can see it go near post there looking for Kennedy.
Good defending.
So that could be a real weapon that Trinity has, able to get some long balls in off of throws there, make it a much more dangerous situation, put some pressure on Emily Bowers there.
Definitely. Long throw's a direct weapon, but certainly an effective one.
Sarah Maloney will settle on it, pass it up to Tricoli. Taylor Castro will send it up. Kennedy gets ahead on it for the Bantams. And fight for the ball between Tricoli and Cami Beath. And Tricoli wins that one, but Trinity regains possession. A little bit of pressure by the first years from Tufts. Both Liz Reed and Sophie Lloyd putting pressure on the Bantams' defense. And Tally Clark now gets a foot on it. Forces her man to the ground. Bantams able to maintain possession for the time being at least. A little bit too much on that one, and Tufts can settle on it and regain possession. Neither team able to get a real string of passes going yet. But as you said, it's still early. Maybe a bit of nerves as this is the first postseason game that each team is playing this season. We're going to have a corner here for the Bantams.
Well, the first delivery by Shannon Kennedy was a good one, and Trinity nearly got an opportunity with that. I think they'll be looking to get something here again with another good in-swinging delivery.
10 minutes gone here in the first half of our opening round of NESCAC playoff women's soccer play. Score not up at 0. Kennedy's ball into the box. Bowers gets a fist on it. Still loose. Kennedy's going to regroup and get it back. Puts another ball in the box. Bowers had to shield her eyes a little bit, but it goes past the post and out of play for a goal kick.
Well, Bowers there for a split second. I think she just wasn't sure whether or not that was going to creep in into that top far corner, but I think in the end she realized that that was going over. And good goalkeeping as well to punch that the corner away.
Trinity wins it at midfield. Looking to push a little bit here. Crashwitz's ball was a little out of the reach of her teammate Samantha March. That allows Tufts to regroup and run with it. Here comes Sadler. Pushes it up for Sophie Lloyd. Lloyd gets by her defender, gives it back to Sadler. And Sadler just had a little bit too much on that touch, and it goes out of play for a goal kick.
It was a good combination there between Sadler and Lloyd down the right. Pass from Lloyd, just a tiny bit overhit. But they found a little bit of freedom down that right-hand side, Tufts. And that's where they've had the most joy so far in this game.
Patino's kick finds Sadler. Now it's Liz Reed with some fancy footwork to get by her defender.
Lovely skill.
This is Clark on the edge of the box now. Clark's cross off the foot of a defender, and the defender able to kick it out for just a throw instead of a corner.
The skill from the first year, Liz Reed, was unbelievable. In that tight space, got away from, looked like 3 or 4 Trinity defenders. Brilliant play.
Corley sends the ball into the box, being chased down by Sophie Lloyd. But Patino able to come out and get it. Good pressure there from the Jumbos. A nice opportunity for him.
Just looking for that long diagonal ball over the top. Almost worked out for them.
Clark looking for Liz Reed. And it's intercepted by Trinity. Tufts regains it though. Rinaldi will send it back to Sarah Maloney. And now this is Castro with it. Crowd's starting to fill in here at Kraft Field. Beautiful day. Good day to watch some soccer. Patino's ball finds a jumbo head. Castro hits the deck. Tricoli hits the deck. A Bantam hits the deck. But ultimately, it's Trinity coming away with it. Over by Osnessa's Barbarisi with it. Looking for some help from her teammates. And nice job by Tally Clark to win that ball from Barbarisi. Up ahead, she was looking for Sophie Lloyd, but too much on it. Real good effort there by Tally Clark.
A bit sloppy there in possession from Trinity. They had 2 open in the middle. Couldn't find one.
This is Pollock with it for Trinity. Kennedy lets it go for a teammate Krauschwitz, and that was a good decision. Krauschwitz makes a move on Corley. Now, beautiful tackle there by Maloney.
That was a brilliant defensive play for Maloney. She got back, putting her body on the line, and a great tackle, but a lovely touch from the number 27, Shannon Kennedy. It was a brilliant through ball. Just a deft little flick with her left foot.
Trinity had a sure shot on goal there if it weren't for the effort by Sarah Maloney, forcing this corner kick for the Bantams. Kennedy's ball goes into the box. Trinity gets a head on that, but not on goal. That's going to go out for a Bowers goal kick. So good job by the Tufts defense there. Bending but not breaking.
Again, another good ball, another good delivery from Kennedy in swinging with the left foot. And Trinity have looked dangerous with those corners. They've had 3 and they've created some problems, but Tufts in the end handling the pressure.
Ultimately finds the feet of Castro, and she'll send it upfield. Tricoli with it now. Working the sideline. Sends it up ahead looking for Lloyd. And good job by Trinity. That was Sarah Connors to send it off the feet of Lloyd. Forcing a goal kick.
I think with 10 minutes gone so far, or sorry, more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes gone so far in this half, I think Trinity will be a bit more of the happier side, knowing that they're the away team, but they've created a bit more problems.
Kelly Lucas looking to run it down now. She's looking for Kennedy up ahead, but too much on that one. Tufts will be able to get that. Castro kicks it off the feet of Kennedy. We'll have a jumbo throw. We're going to have a whistle going against Trinity. A little bit of aggressive play there as a jumbo hit the deck. Nothing more than a common foul, though, as play will resume right now. Castro's ball finds the head of Samantha March, and we'll do it all over again. Get it in now for Sadler. Jumbo slowly but surely making their way upfield. Just getting that ball in and then forcing Trinity to kick it out. Now this is Lloyd with it. Being double teamed in the corner there, and that's going to go out of play for what looks to be a corner kick. Ball into the box. Far post, Maloney got a head on it, but we're going to have a whistle. Looks like against Maloney, she might have pushed off her defender there. Another good effort there by Tufts.
Good lofted ball in towards the back post, but unfortunate there with a little push off.
Tina with a low kick finds her teammate Shannon Kennedy. Kennedy to lay it off for Cami Beath. And Beath will send it far side for Kelly Lucas. Lucas gives it back to Beath. This is Connors with it. Crawley's pass intercepted by the Jumbos. Tally Clark will switch sides of the field to Castro. Castro with a nice little run down the sideline, forces it out of bounds off of a Trinity defender, and get it in for Tricoli now. Castro's ball just had too much on it. Into the hands of Patino it goes.
Seems that Tufts are continuing just to look for those balls into the box for the 2 up front in Lloyd and Reed. Just hasn't been working out at the moment.
Rubman with a good head over to Tally Clark. Clark moving down the sideline. Chips it in for no one in particular, and it's going to go out of play.
I think one of the 2 forwards there just needed to be in the box to give her more of an option. He saw the idea. She was trying to put a good left-footed ball in there, but no one to really aim for.
About 20 minutes gone now, and fairly even match thus far. Both teams having a couple opportunities in the opponent's half of the field, but nothing to show of it just yet, as we're going to have a foul going against the Jumbos. Rona O'Hara's ball up ahead now. Sarah Maloney gets ahead on it for the Jumbos. Kelly Lucas tried to send it up, but Tricoli doing a really good job to put pressure on the Bantams. And play on, says the ref. No problem there for Bowers.
Looks like Trinity are preparing a double substitution here.
Grubman able to get it to Corley before she hit the deck, but Corley's ball a little out of the reach of Tally Clark. As you mentioned, we're going to have our first round of substitutions now. It's going to be Kennedy coming off, as well as Blake Crawley.
Now in for the Bantams, number 6, Olga Kozakowska, and number 19, Alexandra Lansbury.
Lansbury and Kozakowska in for the Bantams. Pollock tried to cross it, but Jumbos do a good job to collapsing her. O'Hara will switch sides of the field now. This is Lucas. Bowers will come out of the net to scoop that one up.
It's a good idea there with the little flick, just no one able to run on off it. Pollock there with the flick.
There's a little back heel there from Rinaldi to her team at Tricoli.
Bit of cheeky skill there.
And goes out for a jumbo throw. O'Hara sends it upfield. Connor sends it upfield as well for Trinity, but a little bit too far.
At the moment, Tufts still just struggling to find the feet of their two main players up front. I think that's something that they're gonna want to change, and they might do that with a substitution.
So we're gonna have Paige Vigliotta coming in for Tally Clark. One sophomore out for the other. Good now for Sophie Lloyd.
Down to the Jumbos, number 23, Paige Vigliotta.
Vigliotta scored the lone goal in the Jumbos last game. A game winner, as Sophie Lloyd here had a little bit of space. No call there. The Jumbos bench is pretty irate about that one.
To me, that looked like a good tackle. It looked like she got the ball. It was crunching, and to be fair, it was from behind, but it did look like she got the ball. But that was better from Tufts, much better.
New substitute Lansbury tried to thread it through the needle there for Samantha March, but it found a jumbo foot, and it goes out for a Trinity throw. This is Vigliotta with her tuss. Try to thread it through there for Liz Reed. Just wasn't able to do so. Tricoli putting some pressure on Trinity now. And a little bit too much pressure as she'll be whistled for a foul.
I feel like for Tufts, Vigliotta, after coming in these couple seconds since she's been on, she's injected some pace and a bit more direct play for them. They look a little bit more dangerous now.
Hara's ball went into the box, but Corley got ahead on it. And Vigliotta will send it upfield. Now Sophie Lloyd is in the area. Ultimately, it's going to be O'Hara for Trinity, tracking it down. Liz Reed got a foot on it. Trinity's still not out of the woods yet. And a play on, says the ref, as both Tricoli and a Trinity Bantam hit the deck, and both were looking for a call. The ref just said, keep going with it, and ultimately Tricoli got up and just laid it off to a teammate.
As they always say, play to the whistle.
Grubman for Liz Reed. Trinity working it along the near side of the field now. It's Krauschwitz trying to track it down. And we're going to have a trio of Tufts coming in. It's going to be the two seniors, Margaret Zara and Rye Harvey Brown, as well as Alex Aronson coming in. Coming off the field, we're going to have the first year Sophie Lloyd, Liz Reed, as well as Sarah Grubman.
Harvey Brown, number 15, Alex Aronson, and number 17, Margaret Zara.
Get in for Aronson. And that goes off of Corley for a bantam throw. Lansbury with it, trying to navigate through the jumbo defense. Corley ultimately gets a foot on it, sends it upfield for Harvey Brown. Harvey Brown trying to get by O'Hara, but ultimately O'Hara is able to get a good body on Harvey Brown. Won it back for Trinity. Zara couldn't find a teammate. This is Vigliata for Tufts. Rinaldi looking to slow things down. She'll pass it back to her keeper. Plenty of time for Bowers. Bowers, the junior keeper from Needham, Mass. She's had a real impact on this team, obviously. I believe she's won NESCAC Player of the Week a few times in her career.
I believe she's had 6 clean sheets this year as well, so that's been good for her and good for the Jumbos.
More substitutes now for both teams. Hannah Eisenhardt's going to come in for Tufts. And we're going to have Katie Marlowe Benedict, as well as Tori Dunn coming in for the Bantams. Coming off the field, it's Sadler for Tufts, as well as Krauschwitz for Trinity, and her teammate, Samantha March.
Now for the Bantams, number 9, Katie Marlowe Benedict, and number 21, Tori Dunn. And in for the Jumbos, number 8, Hannah Eisenhardt.
Maloney will send it upfield. Aronson doing a good job for Tufts to prevent Trinity from getting a good string of passes going there. Barbarisi's pass intercepted by Zara. Upfield now for Vigliata. Paige Vigliata looking to bring it into the box. She does so, puts the ball far post, but out of the reach of Eisenhardt. Good effort there from Vigliata, the sophomore.
I think that's the most dangerous that Tufts have looked so far. Good charging run from Vigliata. The pass coming from Zara, cutting inside on that right foot, trying to whip it into that far corner. Just didn't get enough whip on it, but much better from Tufts.
We're seeing energy off the bench from these substitutes, really on both sides. And that's going to be important in such an important game like this one. Corley gets it in for Aronson. Off of Kazukawa. Kazakowska gets it to her teammate, Lansbury. Give it back to Barbarisi.
Good interception there.
Good job by Costro. Otherwise, Trinity's number 9, Katie Marlowe Benedict, would have had a wide open lane there to get to the goal. So looks like Hannah Eisenhart just went down, no call though. And Trinity wins it back. Chip it upfield, out of the reach of Tori Dunn. Just couldn't really get a chest on that ball, and it's going to go out. Corley's throw too far for Vigliata. And Tori Dunn will pass it upfield to her teammate. Lansbury is tripped up, no call there. And Tufts can now run with it.
Good turn.
Tricoli sends it up. Looking for one of the two seniors, both Zara and Harvey Brown in the area. Sarah Connors sends it out of play.
Did well there to win a throw. Lobbed in there. No real chance to win it, but they...
Another substitution now for Trinity. Maddie Snyder's going to come onto the game, and she will replace number 19,
number 20,
Alexandra Lansbury.
Snyder.
I thought Lansbury at times did a good job of holding the ball up, trying to get other teammates involved in the play.
A little bit of pressure play there from the Jumbos. A little bit of confusion from the Bantams, and Harvey Brown almost cashed in on that mental error, put pressure on Patino. And now the ball in danger for the Jumbos as Trinity's looking to make something of this opportunity. Sarah Maloney sends it upfield though for the Jumbos.
It's a good recovery there by Tricoli, helping out her defense, putting in a good tackle.
Trinity working with it now. This is Cammie Beath, stops on it. Beath puts a shot on just over the crossbar. That was a real good opportunity there for Cammie Beath, stopping on that ball and getting a good foot on it.
A good skill from Beath, cutting inside, getting past the Tufts defender, Corley. Looked like she had an effort there with the outside of her right boot, but just sailed over.
Probably the best opportunity either team has had this far.
You could tell the Trinity benches, I think they're definitely happy with how they've played so far.
Castro sends it upfield, looking for Aronson. Eisenhart heads it to a Trinity defender. Vigliata battling Tori Dunn for that ball. And a little bit too much from Vigliata there. O'Hara's ball still in the area. That was Kazakowska getting ahead on it, but right into the hands of Bowers. Trisha Pollock lays it off to her teammate. And Tricoli gets it for Tufts. Tricoli looking to take it herself. Sends it upfield. Harvey Brown winds up with it. She'll defer to her teammate Zara. And I don't think Zara knew where she was on the field as that is out of play for a bantam throw. Substitution for Tufts. Ashley Latona is going to come into the game.
Now for the Jumbos, number 4.
She's going to replace Emma Rinaldi. Excuse me, she's going to replace Jen Tricoli, it looks like. Tufts will have a throw now in the corner. Get in, Zara flicks it back for Eisenhart. Trinity does well to get rid of it. But Eisenhart wins it back. Aronson battling for it. A little bit of a heavy touch there from Cami Beath allows Vigliata to win it back for Tufts. Zara couldn't quite handle that one. And Tori Dunn could not keep that one from going out of play, as it'll be a Tufts throw. Poor throw there, finds the head of Kazakowska. But Tufts wins it back at midfield. This is Castro up ahead for Eisenhart. Harvey Brown, not a good foot on that ball. Just kind of rolled to the edge of the box where Trinity was able to clean it up.
It was a good layoff to her, just wasn't able to get the right contact on it for either a shot or a pass.
Corley gives it to Vigliata. Vigliata's defender slipped. Nice little spin there from Vigliata. She's at the edge of the box now. Vigliata with a low cross in the box. Harvey Brown, she had a great look on net, but it just sailed over the crossbar.
Really good play there from Tufts. Down this left-hand side, the 1-2, Vigliata's cross. Lovely little layoff, and Harvey Brown just couldn't keep her shot down, but that's the best that Tufts have created so far.
Izzy Moore into the game now. She's going to replace Emma Rinaldi. An excellent opportunity there from Tufts, as you mentioned. I think Harvey Brown might have lost her footing as she was trying to plant and take that shot, unfortunately, for the Jumbos.
The pitch does look very muddy, very slippery. And we've seen at times that some players have slipped, and that definitely could have affected that shot.
Eisenhart gets it back into play.
Let's get it wide.
In the corner now, Trinity's got it, and she'll kick it out of play for the Jumbos. And Eisenhart will do it all over again. A lot of traffic in the corner there for Tufts. Slowly making their way upfield. Trinity finally wins that one for good. Maybe they don't, as Tufts was able to corral it, and finally Trinity will just send it upfield out of danger. You can see Sarah Maloney there really shielding her eyes on defense as the sun's starting to come back out. It's getting a little bit more overcast here as the game progresses. Nice move there by Eisenhart. Up ahead Zara trying to chase it down. Aronson was in the box. Trinity does well to get rid of it for the time being. Harvey Brown slips, but's able to send it back up near the box. Izzy Moore with it now, newly entered into the game. Moore with a little low ball in, but it winds up with Trisha Pollock.
Good tackle.
Vigliata harassing Tori Dunn, allowing Izzy Moore to wind up with it. She'll give it back to Cami Beath.
She just held on to that ball for a little bit too long. Zard made a good run in behind. She spotted it just a bit too late, wasn't able to get it off.
Really aggressive play now from Tufts. Trinity's won the ball back multiple times. They just can't get a threat of passes going, allowing the Jumbos to keep putting pressure on the Bantams defense.
Yeah, Tufts ending the half strong. These past 5 minutes, it's been all Jumbos. Much better with the passing combinations.
This is Pollock. Over to Beath. Not sure what the intent of that was, as Tori Dunn was running up the sideline, but she was out of bounds, and she couldn't have gotten that ball even if she were in play. And as you just mentioned it, a little bit of a slippery turf as Tori Dunn just slipped before planting to send that ball up. Tufts a little bit fortunate there. Castro in a battle with it with Marlo Benedict. And Marlo Benedict is down. She'll get up.
You could hear the frustration from some of the Trinity players. They realize that they've been second best these past couple minutes. Struggled to keep the ball.
Get it in for Zara. She'll send it up ahead for Harvey Brown. Connors has it for Trinity, though. Jamie Corley comes up to send it upfield for Tufts. Aronson gives it to Vigliata. Vigliata over to Izzy Moore. Moore with a good ball there to Eisenhart. Beath with a good move on Vigliata. Gives it to Tori Dunn. Vigliata with a good tackle there, sending it out of play, allowing the defense to kind of recoup. Long throw from Barbarisi. And Corley will poke it out. Substitutions for both sides now. Lena Chang is going to come in for Tufts. We're going to have Jillian Ramsey for Trinity. Off the field comes Tori Dunn, as well as Paige Vigliata. Barbarisi's long throw goes into the box, off the head of Corley.
26, Jillian Ramsey. And for the Jumbos, number 3, Lena Chang.
Both the newly entered Chang and Ramsey in a battle for the ball in the corner there. Ramsey's cross finds Corley. Corley unable to get it out of danger completely, but now Aronson will poke it upfield. Good ball movement here from Trinity. Barbarisi gives it to Pollock. Pollock couldn't quite find Kazakowska, and now this allows Harvey Brown to make a little bit of a run here. Harvey Brown working on O'Hara. Stops on it, turns. Looking to center it, and that ball's just going to kind of die in the corner there. Unfortunate for Tufts. It's a good run from Harvey Brown.
Yeah, it was unlucky. She did well to get past the first defender, but a second defender got back in time.
Good work there from Trisha Pollock. Trisha Pollock had Jamie Corley all over her, and she was able to get around. Ultimately, Corley wound up with it, and it was Pollock who committed the foul.
Pollock and Corley have been sort of going back and forth at each other with some small fouls, some pushes, and that one definitely the most severe of the.
Coming up on 2.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Score still not up at 0 apiece. We've seen Tufts kind of have a bit more of an aggressive style of play in the past 20 minutes after it being fairly even for the first half of the half. Trinity defense does a good job to get that ball out of danger.
Good hold-up play there by Pollock.
Ramsey to Pollock. And back to Barbarisi. Trinity defense just passing it around the back. Finally, they'll send it upfield, where Sarah Maloney will just boot it upfield looking for Eisenhart. Eisenhart able to keep it in play. This is Latona with it now. Maloney puts it up in the air. And Eisenhart will head it out of play. Castro harassing Trinity there. But nice little back flick to Marlo Benedict. Marlo Benedict looking to work on Sarah Maloney. But a nice play there by Maloney, able to send it upfield out of danger. Marlo Benedict was making a real push there, but Maloney wasn't going to let them have it.
Remaining in the half.
Just under a minute left to play now in the first half. Maybe one last push for either team. Harvey Brown looked to head it up, but no teammate was there. And Barbarisi will settle on it. Barbarisi looking to find Ramsey. Maloney will send it out of play. The Bantams will have a throw-in with 25 seconds left.
One last opportunity for them to try and get something.
It's Barbarisi with her long throw here. Barbarisi into the box. Maloney gets ahead on it. Trinity's still with a threat, but it's going to be Aronson, excuse me, coming away with it. And Aronson will send it upfield. Now Harvey Brown now, maybe with a little opportunity. With 3 seconds left, she'll send a little chip in, but it'll die right in front of Patino. So a nice little push there from both sides, end of the half. As after 45 minutes of play, we're knotted up at 0 apiece in the NESCAC quarterfinal opener between Trinity and Tufts. We'll be right back in a few minutes. play from both sides. A couple good opportunities. Each team having a shot that just sailed a little bit over the crossbar. We've had quite a few corner kicks for both sides as well. Lucas, what do you think each side needs to do to finally break through in the second half here?
Well, I thought the two forwards that came off the bench for Tufts, Harvey Brown and Zara, I thought they were combining a bit better than the two freshman forwards. And we might see a bit more of them in the second half. As for Trinity, I thought that the number 6, Olga Kozikowski, did a good job in the center of the park, just dictating the play. And if they can get the ball to Pollock a bit more, I think she could create some danger.
Barbarisi is a real threat for Trinity with her long throws. Maybe one of those will finally pay off if they can get a good head on a throw into the box. And as for Tufts, it is interesting you note that, as Tufts throughout the season has really gone with kind of a wave-like substitution with the first years Sophie Lloyd and Liz Reed starting out, and then the more experienced seniors, Zara and Harvey Brown, coming in to replace them. So as you mentioned, the first years who have done a lot of the scoring this year for Tufts haven't really been producing in this game, at least. So maybe they'll find a spark and finally put one in the back of the net for Tufts. Both sides getting ready to take the field, getting their final words in from their coaches.
I think one thing that might be interesting to see in this half is how Trinity attacked this back three of Tufts. I think at times Corley and Koshjo were a little bit confused as to who to pick up, whether to help out with the striker up front, whether the number 27 for Trinity and Shannon Kennedy, or to pick up the two wide players. So I think if Trinity can sort of keep trying to confuse those two outside of the three defenders, I think they might find some joy in that.
And it's worth noting a little added benefit here for Tufts now. Trinity's going to be the defense is going to have to look into the sun, something that Bowers had to deal with in the first half. Now Bowers has the sun to her back, so her job should be a little bit easier, while Patino will have to struggle with shielding her eyes from the sun. And as Tufts comes onto the field, we saw Sophie Lloyd and Liz Reed take the field, so it is going to be the first years getting the first crack at it here in the second half. Going to see a few of the Trinity players who started the game come on as well. Shannon Kennedy's there. Sarah Connors as well. Lots going on the campus of Tufts University throughout the day. We've got football playing against Amherst a little later. And at 2:30, the Tufts men's soccer team will take on the number 8 seeded Bates Bobcats in their first round of the NESCAC play for the men's side. That'll be taking place on Bellow Field. And we'll be JumboCasting the Tufts football game as well, if you wish to tune into that. As both teams get into position, just about ready to kick things off in the second half here from Kraft Field at Tufts University. You can see Tricoli getting ready to kick things off for Tufts. She's dealt with a bit of a leg injury throughout the past couple of weeks. She's sat out a few games, but when she's in there, she really makes a big impact for Tufts. So it's good to see she's able to get out there for an important game like this one. She'll get things started here in the second half. You can see she's being very aggressive there already, getting involved in a tackle there.
And she seems to be the tough tackler in that Tufts midfield. You always need a player in your team that's willing to do the dirty work.
Up ahead now, March and Kennedy were streaking, and Sarah Maloney actually did very well in the first half, does a good job to just stop the attack, let her defense come back, and settle things down. Get it in looking for Kennedy. Find the feet of a Tufts defender. And now it's just Tally Clark with it. Clark working on Cammie Beath, and Beath Able to win it for the moment.
Good switch.
Trisha Pollock. Now Kelly Lucas. Back to Pollock. And back to Connors. Liz Reed, little chip up ahead with Sophie Lloyd. She's got one defender to beat. Lloyd took a shot. Looking bottom left corner, but Patino able to get there. Not enough power on that one.
Improved combination play there between Reed and Lloyd. Lloyd with a shot.
Shot outside of the box, so would have needed a great shot to go in, but you know, you never know unless you try. So good opportunity there for the Jumbos nonetheless. We're gonna have a call going against Tufts. Grubman a little bit aggressive, going up over the back of, I believe that was Blake Crawley. Ron O'Hara sends it upfield. Castro boots it up. And Lloyd will flick it up for Liz Reed. Now the two first years with an opportunity to run here. Reed with a good idea. Trying to find Sadler, but a little out of the reach. Trinity's got to break it up, send it out of play. Castro looking far for Liz Reed. This is Kennedy. Give it back to March, back to Kennedy. Intercepted by Tricoli. Tricoli looking to center it. She had Lloyd there, but good job by Trinity and O'Hara to break that up. That was a real dangerous opportunity there from the Jumbo's attack.
Yeah, Tricoli with a good tackle in midfield. Her service, though, just let her down.
Tally Clark with it. Back to Corley. Up ahead for Lloyd. Lloyd settles it, gives it to Sadler.
It's better play there from Tufts. The forwards combining with their midfielders there. But again, having to settle from a long-range shot, which, as you said, takes something special.
Sadler. Ooh, she had Liz Reed right there, but instead she was looking for Sophie Lloyd.
There's a good idea there from Sadler. Trying to just slide that through ball in, but just couldn't find her teammate.
Sadler gets into Reed. Reed gives it back to Sadler. Sadler with the ball in the box. Clark got a head on it. Still in the box. Clark sends it past the post. Good pressure from Tufts.
Good combination there between Clark and Lloyd. She got it onto her favorite left foot, just couldn't find the target. But that's better from Tufts. They've started the half well in these opening 5 minutes or so.
Patino keeps it low. Barbarisi trying to track it down. And Tally Clark's going to be, no foul. Good play by Tally Clark there. It's going to go out for a jumbo throw. Won the ball back for her team there. And now Reed flicks it up for Clark. Clark in the corner with space. Clark's ball into the box, into the hands of Patino.
Again, that final ball just not panning out for Tufts, but the forwards, Reed and Lloyd, are definitely getting much more involved and combining well with their midfielders.
Tufts coming out, putting a lot of pressure on the Bantams back line here throughout the first 5 minutes of the second half. Meanwhile, Trinity just looking to maintain a possession. And here comes Liz Reed. Reed with two defenders on her, still working at the edge of the box. And ultimately, it's won back by Trinity. Nice job by the Bantams.
Good defending there by O'Hara just to stop that run.
Corley up ahead for Clark. And not sure who she was looking for there as it goes out of play for a Patino goal kick. Patino keeps it low again. Crawley got a foot on it for Trinity. And Kennedy was harassed there by Grubman, and it's going to be a whistle going against Grubman.
I think the referee was just having a quick word with her there. I think that's been her 3rd or 4th foul. She'll have to be a bit careful now.
O'Hara will boot it upfield. Looking for Crawley. Kennedy flicks it over. Tally Clark is waiting for Tufts. Clark just slipped a little bit. Trinity can regather. Good interception by Sarah Grubman. That ball is going to sail. And Bowers able to corral it.
She did well there. There was a weird spin on that ball, hard to track. In the end, she was able to.
Kind of knuckled in the air, but I think she might have thought it was going to go out of play, but ultimately she realized she had to go and grab it, and she did just that. As get things resumed here. Tricoli with it in the center of the field. Up ahead, looking for Sadler. And that ball just had a little bit too much on it. Right idea from Tufts.
Yeah, just trying to look for that ball in behind the left back.
Substitution for Trinity as Olga Kauzakowska comes back into the game. She made quite the impact in the first half. And off the field will come Blake Crawley.
Olga Kauzakowska.
Patino's kick goes right to Sadler. Sadler being harassed by Samantha March. Doing a good job to keep it in the corner there. Up the line now. And Trinity can settle. Liz Reed does a good job to take it from Kelly Lucas, and Tricoli puts a nice move on her defender. Working on the edge of the box now. Tricoli just couldn't get a good foot on that one. Try to cross it. Couldn't do so.
It's good skill by Tricoli. Going down the line, taking on her defender. Just that final ball in the end for Tufts.
Jumbo's putting a lot of pressure on that Bantam back line. It's the recipe for success right there. Just need to have one find the back of the net if you're the Jumbos.
You get the sense that as they start getting more and more half chances, they'll find something.
Out of the reach of Samantha March. Sadler gives it back to Castro. Off the foot of Kauzakowska. Liz Reed just takes it from Trisha Pollock. And Tally Clark looking to retrieve that one for Tufts. And unfortunately, she cannot do so for the Jumbos. Looks like offsides might have been the call there after all. But regardless, Trinity with the ball. Barbarisi going to throw it in here. Long throw into the Jumbo side of the field. Sarah Maloney will boot it over to the football field, where the men's football is going to take on Amherst shortly. In the corner, Trinity looking to make something of this opportunity. This is Kennedy with it. Good defense by Tufts. We're going to have a corner kick.
First chance of the second half for Kennedy to whip in a good ball.
Kennedy had some good opportunities in the first half. Just couldn't find a teammate to get a clean head on it. This could be a good breakthrough opportunity for the Bantams. Kennedy's ball into the box. Lots of bodies there. Tufts gets ahead on it to send it out of play.
Good defending by Tufts because it was a great delivery, but they were able to deal with it.
Castro looking upfield for Liz Reed. And good play by Tufts as it forced Kelly Lucas to just flick it out of play.
Yeah, great work by Reed. Hard, unselfish work there just to chase down what seemed to be a lost cause, but to win a throw. A very good job.
Liz Reed with a bit of space gives it to Sophie Lloyd. In the corner, it's Sadler. Sadler unable to keep it in, excuse me. Just ran out of space there. "10 minutes gone in the second half. Score still not up at 0. Patino gets more air under that one. And a whistle going to go against Tufts.
I think that's Grubman's last warning there. Another foul, another barge into the back. And the next one could possibly be a yellow card.
It was Kazakowska who hit the deck for Trinity. She's up and running. She's fine. Get things resumed here. Kazakowska gets a head on it, and Bowers has to come out and grab it. Good opportunity there for Trinity.
Brave goalkeeping there by Bowers, coming out into a crowded area on the bounce.
Rono O'Hara with a beautiful ball. Just the edge of the box, and a good head forced Bowers to come out and get it, as Tufts looking to make something of this opportunity now. Liz Reed looking to push. Sarah Connors will send it out.
Lucas there, the left back, misjudging the height of the ball. Slight mistake there for the Trinity defense.
Trinity wins it back now. Samantha March. And a little bit of frustration from Kelly Lucas, sending it out of play again when she had a teammate right there. Liz Reed goes down, no call, says the ref. This is Beath. Barbarisi. Up head, Corley got under that one and got a head on it. Trinity has it though. Kennedy. Up head, Samantha March with it. And Sadler whistled for a foul there. I don't think she agrees with it. Tufts bench certainly doesn't.
I think March just got to the ball ahead of Sadler. Not a lot of contact, but just enough to bring her down.
Let's see what Trinity can do with this set piece here. O'Hara to take. It's ball into the box. And it sails past everybody. And now for a Bowers kick.
I think the ball just hit with a bit too much pace there. And the Trinity players got into the box in time to get a touch on it.
Kennedy lays it off for March. March's ball could not find a teammate. Tufts is right there to scoop it up. Grubman working with it. Now this is Sadler. Tricoli asking for it. Good collapse there by the Bantams defense. Pollock with it. Up ahead now looking for a teammate. And Bowers is going to come up and boot it out. She was out of the net, and Kennedy was collapsing on that ball. Maybe had an opportunity to put it over her head, but good job by the Tufts defense to recover.
Once again, it was a ball coming in behind one of the outside center backs, right through the gap between Maloney and Carly. But Bowers did well to clear the line.
Grubman chips it up ahead for Sophie Lloyd. Lloyd versus Connors here. Lloyd gets by Connors. Lloyd in the box now, lays it off. She's got Liz Reed right there. Liz Reed stops on Liz Reed with a shot just past the left post. Beautiful opportunity there for the Jumbos. The first year's really making a chance, or excuse me, making the most of that opportunity. Just couldn't find the back of the net.
Well, that's the It's the best chance of the game that they've had so far. Lovely ball over the top by Grumman in behind. Lloyd did really well. Great ball into the middle. It was lovely footwork by Reed. She just couldn't get the shot on target. Big opportunity there for Tufts.
Trinity not out of the woods yet as Tufts still has it. Sadler. Rinaldi over to Grubman. Grubman will send it back to midfield where Corley's waiting for it. Corley up ahead, Liz Reed there. Liz Reed's got the positioning. Grubman. In the corner, it's Tally Clark. Clark with a cross, deflected off of a Bantam, and that's going to be a corner for the Jumbos.
You hear from the Tufts bench. I think they sense that something's coming.
28 minutes left in the half. Score knotted up at 0 still, but Tufts looking to change that right now.
Sending the center back Maloney forward. Can she get her head on it?
Ball into the box. Sophie Lloyd was waiting there. Still in danger. Tally Clark in control. She'll lay it off to Tricoli. Tricoli with a shot. And Patino reached out to try and save it, but she did not need to as that sailed a bit wide of the left post. But good opportunity there for Tricoli. Getting a shot, trying to make something of it.
Good effort. Always just curling wide, but it was a good delivery into the box, and Trinity just barely got it away. And you have to say that Tufts have been the much better side so far in the second half.
Tricoli mishits that one, but she does find a teammate in Castro. Sadler cleans up Kelly Lucas' scraps. And that's a Sophie Lloyd on the edge. Lloyd with the ball into the box. She had Grubman coming in, but Tricoli wins it. Tricoli with a shot deflected off of a defender. Samantha March has it for Trinity up ahead now, where Maloney is waiting for Tufts.
I think Reed was a little bit frustrated. She had a chance, Sadler had a chance to play her in, but she just didn't find her.
Sadler working on Kelly Lucas. And Connor is forced to just boot it out again for Trinity.
Good work by Sadler there, putting the pressure on. Hard worker down this right-hand side.
Sadler in for Lloyd. Give it back to Sadler. Off of Lucas's foot. Excuse me, that was off of a jumbo foot, and Lucas will throw it in.
Well, that looked like a handball from Pollack.
Grubman wins it with a shot just to the right post. Excuse me, to the right of the right post. Tufts taking some long shots here.
I don't think Patino was expecting that shot. Something out of nothing and almost cut out the Bantams goalkeeper.
Grubman with a kind of just trying to break up that goal kick, and it wound up in the hands of Patino there. I wonder if part of the strategy from Tufts is that Patino's in the sun, maybe take some long shots. Maybe she can't quite track the ball down in the air and get lucky there. But regardless, Tufts putting a lot of pressure on the Bantams back line. Trinity with a bit of an opportunity there, broken up by Sarah Maloney. But Kazakowska tracks down, and I believe we're going to have a handball called.
I think by this time in the first half, there had already been a couple of substitutions from both sides, but now in the second half, I think Tufts certainly happy with how this 11 is playing.
Lloyd gets ahead at Liz Reed now. And Trinity working along the back line. Goes out for a jumbo throw. Clark gets it in. And we're going to have a call against the Jumbos. And there's a substitution now for Trinity. Maddie Snyder's going to come into the game.
Down for the Bantams, number 20, Maddie Snyder.
And she's going to replace Shannon Kennedy. Kennedy's been getting a lot of work this afternoon. Give her a rest. Grubman gets ahead on it, send it out of play. And over to the football field it goes.
Looks like Pollock has moved up front for the Bantams, and Snyder's dropped into her position in midfield.
Barbarisi in a battle with it over there. And a call against the Jumbos. Tufts bench a little confused by the call, not sure what happened. But we'll have a set piece here for the Bantams. I believe that's a hard to take. Line drive into the box, still loose. Trinity crossed it, going to the far post, but nobody was there. Dangerous opportunity there for the Bantams, and it's still loose. We're gonna have a call going against the Jumbos.
It was a good ball into the box. And you get the sense that so far in the second half that the best opportunities for the Bantams have come from set pieces.
That was Samantha March who was fouled, running it down in the corner. And now Trinity with essentially a corner kick. Ball into the box. Good head on it. I believe that was number 4, Sarah Connors, but she just directed it right into the hands of Bowers. Luckily for Tufts, she had a couple options, but unfortunately she couldn't get it to the side of Bowers.
Connors forward from the back there, nearly getting a rare goal for a defender, but.
So after a flurry from Tufts for most of the second half, Trinity making a little bit of push here.
Great press by Tricoli, but unlucky not to win the ball.
Barbarisi. This is O'Hara. Good play by Tricoli to win it back for Tufts. Up ahead, looking for Liz Reed, but a little bit too much on it. Snyder with a good head on it to send it into Tufts territory. Now this is Krauschwitz looking to run it down, battling Corley for the ball. Krauschwitz unable to keep it in play. Coming up on 20 minutes to play in the second half. Tally Clark trying to get it for Tufts. And we'll have a substitution for the Bantams as Katie Marlowe Benedict will come back into the game.
Down for the Bantams, number 9, Katie Marlowe Benedict.
And it looks like Krauschwitz is going to take a seat. Pollock with it. Good job by Sarah Maloney to body her attacker and just push the ball up ahead for Tufts. A nice play by Tally Clark. Trinity had the ball going up the line, and Tally Clark was just able to get a good tackle in and have it go off the feet of a Bantam. Tufts throw. A lot of Bantams converge on Liz Reed. And ultimately it winds up in the hands of Bowers. Sophie Lloyd giving chase of that one. Lloyd with a little flick, and it finds the back of the net. Sophie Lloyd gives the Jumbos a 1-0 lead. 20 minutes left to play in the second half, and the Jumbos break through.
Well, route one there from Tufts. Simple ball over the top. The Trinity defense just misjudging it. And Lloyd did really well to get a right foot to it. Great finish to that far corner.
And you could really sense that it was coming for Tufts. They were putting a lot of pressure on the Bantams. And all it took was a simple through ball, and Sophie Lloyd made sure to make the most of the opportunity. And the Jumbos are up in front, 1-0 with 20 minutes left to play in the second half.
8th goal in all competitions for Tufts. It was a great finish. Really was a great finish. Stretched her right foot to it outside of the boot.
And as we mentioned in the first half, both her and Liz Reed kind of struggled to kind of get their minds right. It's their first playoff game, being a collegiate student athlete, and Here's Sophie Lloyd in the second half, coming up with the biggest play of the game, giving her team a 1-0 lead. Meanwhile, we had some substitutions for Tufts. I believe Paige Vigliotta's into the game, as well as Hannah Eisenhart. And I believe Sadler and Tally Clark are off. Meanwhile, the Tufts bench pleading their team to stay composed, keep the pressure on, and continue playing well.
It's a big final 20 minutes for the home team. They've been on top. Now they've just got to see it through.
Samantha March couldn't get the ball. Trinity still got it, though. Kelly Lucas flicks it on for Snyder. Snyder's pass intercepted. Liz Reed with it. Up ahead, this is Lloyd. Lloyd working on Connors. Lloyd centering it. And Grubman just lost her footing as she shot again, something that we've seen time and time again today. Unfortunate there.
But once again, it was Sophie Lloyd creating it on that right-hand side, finding a good pass.
Number 19, Sophie Lloyd, assist. Number 28, Emily Bauer.
And how about that? Give the assist to the keeper. You don't see that every day. Emily Bauer is getting the assist on the Lloyd goal. Meanwhile, Grubman will come off and be replaced by Ashley Latona.
Now in for the Jumbos, number 4, Ashley Latona.
Liz Reed working the sideline, gets by her defender. Reed working on O'Hara. Ball far post. Eisenhart, she was there, but goes over the crossbar. Good idea from Tufts there.
Yeah, the goalkeeper, Julia Patino, not sure where the ball was. And the header from Eisenhart could have gone anywhere, just gone over. But we really are, in this second half, seeing the skill of those two forwards. They've played very well in the second half.
Low kick from Patino. Not a good one as it finds the foot of Sophie Lloyd. Lloyd making some moves here. Liz Reed couldn't quite get to that one. Good interception there by Barbarisi. And out of the reach of Samantha March. You can just see the look on the Bantams' face there. A little bit frustrated. They can't even string a couple passes together. Tricoli giving Snyder problems. And this is Connors over to Beath. Ashley Latona harassing Beath. Up ahead. Corley will send it back up for Tufts. And Beath will recover. Off the foot of Beath. Good play by Latona, giving her team a throw. Battle for the ball results in a foul going against Tufts.
Well, one thing that's been consistent throughout this game for Tufts is their willingness to get stuck in, making good challenges. They have conceded a couple fouls, but I think that comes with good pressure and hard work and good energy.
17 minutes left to play in the second half of our opening round of NESCAC play. Tufts leads 1-0 thanks to a Sophie Lloyd goal from an assist by the keeper of all people, Emily Bowers. Meanwhile, Tufts controlling the ball in midfield. This is Castro with it. Up ahead, Lloyd lays it off. Tricoli battling with Samantha March, and March with a nice run here. Shielding Tricoli, and gets by her. Looking to move it to the center of the field. Some Jumbos converge on her. Cami Beath had to go behind her. And ultimately the Jumbos are able to control it with Rinaldi.
Well, you got to feel there for March. She did really well holding off Tricoli down this left-hand sideline, but she just didn't get the support that she would have hoped for.
This is Vigliotta up ahead for Lloyd.
Great play by Lloyd there.
Lays it off to Latona. Latona looking to switch sides of the field. This is Castro. Castro looking for Sophie Lloyd.
It's a good idea.
Vigliotta gets bumped by Marlo Benedict. No call, says the ref.
That looked questionable there. We've seen some of those calls go against the Jumbos, but that one there, maybe it's because of the location that it was on the field.
Meanwhile, Blake Crawley, and Amelia Krauschwitz will come on for the Bantams. And off the field comes Samantha March and Cami Beath. And we'll see the wave of substitutions that Tufts has employed throughout the year as the two first years, Sophie Lloyd and Liz Reed, will come off the field and be replaced by the two seniors, Margaret Zara and Mariah Harvey Brown. "15 minutes left to go in the second half. And an opportunity here for the Bantams. They're going to have a corner.
Well, they've got to take this opportunity. Quarter of an hour left to play. And we've seen that in the second half. The most danger that they've caused is from set pieces, from corners. If they're to get back into this game, this has to be their moment.
Snyder, ball into the box. And Trinity just forced to send it back to their back line. This is Kelly Lucas trying to put it back in play for their attackers to clean it up, but Tufts right there. Here comes Harvey Brown trying to push it up for Vigliata. Barbarisi will control the damage and send it out. Get in for Latona. Center it with Tricoli. Castro just couldn't make up her mind what she wanted to do with that. She had Eisenhart down the sideline, but she was being collapsed by her defender. Ultimately, she just sent it out of play.
And she did well there to make up for a mistake winning the ball back.
Kelly Lucas wins it. This is Pollock. Tricoli and Harvey Brown converging her, and ultimately it's Harvey Brown with it, and she is tripped up by Snyder. Pretty clear foul there.
Good work from Harvey Brown and Tricoli to win the ball back. Scrappy play, and now they've got a chance to put a ball in the box.
Off the head of Connors. Rinaldi will send it back to Jamie Corley.
Good turn there by Rinaldi.
Vigliata battling for it. Vigliata and Barbarisi trying to maintain possession of the ball, and ultimately goes off of Barbarisi. Latona looking for Harvey Brown. Snyder's there for Trinity.
It's a dangerous ball there from Latona.
Rinaldi's got it for Tufts. Send it back to Corley. And a big push there from Barbarisi. Zara hit the deck.
Crunching tackle. And I think correct decision there by the referee.
Bit of a, could see the arm was extended out, clear push. And it results in a tough set piece right here. Maloney sends the ball into the box. Into the hands of Patino it goes.
There's a bit of holding there by Connors. Seemed to be all over Zara, but neither the linesman on this right-hand side or the referee seemed to see it.
Harvey Brown with a nice ball for Vigliata. But a good play by Barbarisi to win it back for Trinity. And now here come the Bantams. Marlo Benedict with a bit of a run here. She'll stop it and lay it off for Pollock. Kowzakowska with it. Snyder. Switches sides of the field. This is Kelly Lucas. Lucas was looking for Krauschwitz. Kasha does a good job to break it up, and it's off the foot of Krauschwitz, excuse me. Get in for Eisenhart. Krauschwitz wasn't even looking, but ball was in her direction. Castro sends it up. Easy for Trinity to scoop up. This is O'Hara with it. Can really see Tufts is not letting up. They're still putting pressure on. They want a second goal. Give them some insurance.
Nearly a costly mistake there by Connors giving the ball away, but she's able to clear it in time.
Harvey Brown with it. She's got Eisenhart streaking. Give it to Eisenhart. Eisenhart bringing it towards the center of the box. Good job by Snyder to intercept that ball. Krauschwitz now. Kelly Lucas sends it upfield. Castro couldn't get a clean foot on that, and that's going to go out of play. Meanwhile, we're going to have two Bantams coming on, replacing Krauschwitz and Trisha Pollock. We're going to have, I believe that was Samantha March.
Bantams, number 5, Samantha March.
And
number 19, Alexandra Lansbury.
Alexandra Lansbury. Crashwitz goes down, no call. Harvey Brown is taken away by Sarah Connors. And Harvey Brown says, I'll take that right back, and she's fouled by Connors.
Surprised to see that Pollock was substituted. Seems to be their their dangerous, most technical player. And I'm wondering if she'll come back in the game. There's only 9 minutes to play, and Trinity needs something.
Castro's ball up ahead. Winds up with Tona. Connor sends it out of danger, and it's tracked down by Lansbury. Tufts pushes it back up. Kelly Lucas has to retrieve it with Zara coming in hot. And good play by Zara, forcing Kelly Lucas to just send it out.
Hey, Mo, no long counters, okay? Jimmy, no long switches.
Lansbury sending it up along the sideline. It's March. Could not quite track it down. Out of play for a Tufts throw. Maloney's pass intercepted. But Renali wins it back. Give it to Corley. This is Vigliata. And we're going to have a corner. Low cross. One off of a foot of a bantam. And Tufts with a good opportunity to try and make it 2.
You see Vigliata doing what she likes to do. Cut in from the left-hand side on her right foot, trying to find a shot. Trinity did well to get a foot on it to get it away, but chance here with another set piece.
Low ball into the box. Intercepted by Samantha March. No real threat there. March puts a move on Harvey Brown. Good job by Zara to deflect it. And Harvey Brown can try and track this one down. Good job by Samantha March. She was on the ground, but somehow found a way to maintain possession of that ball and send it upfield. This is Crawley. Looking to send it to the middle of the field with Krauschwitz. Big tackle by Kostjo. Well done. Kelly Lucas couldn't save that one from going out of play.
That was a crunching tackle there by Kostjo. Getting stuck in, helping out her team there, trying to win the ball.
7 minutes left to play. Tufts up 1-0. First round of NESCAC, women's playoff soccer. Get in for Zara. Intercepted by Trinity, Snyder converging with Crawley. Goes all the way back to the back line of Trinity. Corley heads it up, looking for Vigliata. Corley being pressured by Lansbury. Kazukowska gets it. Pop up in the air, and it finds the teammate, Sarah Connors. Lucas sends it up for Krauschwitz. Krauschwitz looking to turn. Krauschwitz changing sides of the field. Nice ball there. Finds her teammate. That was March who had an opportunity.
Good intervention there by Maloney.
Barbara Reese working on Vigliata, and ultimately it's Vigliata who comes away with the ball. Harvey Brown, center of the field now. She's got Eisenhart to her right, Zara on the left. Give it to Eisenhart. She's got space. Harvey Brown had a lane. She goes down, and that's going to be a call going against Trinity.
Yeah, a bit of a clumsy challenge there by Connors. Good hold-up play by Harvey Brown, taking her time, making the right pass, and then doing well to win a free kick in a dangerous area, and possibly a chance to seal this game.
See Patino shielding her eyes there. The sun's really playing a factor for her. It's going to be Emma Rinaldi to take. .5 minutes left in the second half. Rinaldi's ball into the hands of Patino. Shot on goal there from Rinaldi. Good effort for the Jumbos.
Did a good job of getting it up and over the wall, but just not enough power to beat the goalkeeper.
Trinity needs to make something happen and fast. This is Vigliata.
Lovely skill.
Stops on it, gives it to Rinaldi. Rinaldi looking for Eisenhart down the right sideline. Eisenhart giving chase to it. She'll keep it in the corner. Kelly Lucas has to deflect it out for a corner.
Great ball by Rinaldi. Just picking her head up, pinging a ball out to that right-hand side. And then Eisenhower winning the corner and wasting some good seconds here.
Of course, Trinity down a goal. They need a score to even this game up, but they can't do that when they don't have the ball. Tufts will keep it short. Perhaps trying to kill some clock. Trinity winds up with the ball. Lansbury gives it to Snyder. Snyder to Crawley. Intercepted by the Jumbos. Dracoli, Eisenhart. Eisenhart flicks it up in the air. Not sure she meant to do that. Zara battling Snyder for the ball. And it winds up with Taylor Castro. And a beautiful, beautiful play there by Castro. Over the head of Zara. It goes out for a bantam throw, but doesn't go out for a goal kick. So we're going to have a substitution for the Bantams as Cami Beath will come on for Maddie Snyder.
I think they're taking no chances here in a playoff game. Just trying to get it into the Trinity half as much as possible.
And Zara will keep it close. Harvey Brown off of a bantam foot. 3 minutes left to go. Eisenhart for Harvey Brown. And we're going to have a call going against Harvey Brown. She was on the ground and just kind of stuck her foot out. Affected the play of Krauschwitz. Trinity will send it up to midfield, but that's where Rinaldi is waiting to clean it up. Harvey Brown battling Kelly Lucas. See Zara just trying to keep it in the corner there. There's 7 players in the corner just trying to keep the ball in that area. As Eisenhart went down, she's limping a little bit. It's like holding maybe her ankle or hamstring, I can't quite tell, but she motions to the bench that she's fine and she's going to keep going.
I think it was just a tough tackle right on the top of the foot.
2 minutes left. Harvey Brown in the corner. Trinity has to poke it out. Tufts doing a great job of milking this clock. The crowd can sense it here. Things are looking good for the Jumbos. Harvey Brown on the ground. And another foul. Same thing as last time. Harvey Brown just on the ground. And it's not a bad foul, of course, given the circumstances. Trinity kicks it right to Jenna Tricoli in the corner, and Zara is forced out.
You could see the game plan right there. They're just going for that corner. She even had a little bit of space maybe to take into the box, but instead playing it safe. Just trying to keep the ball in this half.
You're right. I think Trinity is kind of shielding to the corner because they want the Jumbos to try and put the ball into the center. They feel that's their best opportunity. And finally have the ball here. Barbarisi with her long throw. Just couldn't find a teammate. It was Trisha Pollock trying to run it down.
Great touch there by Eisenhower.
Under a minute left to play here. Kelly Lucas get in for Trinity. Pollock flicks it up ahead looking for Krauschwitz.
Well, they've got a chance here with a long throw.
40 seconds left. Barbarisi with her long throw into the box. In danger there. That was Beath who took a shot, deflected off of Jumbo. Bowers trying to track it down but can't. 30 seconds left to play. Trinity has a corner.
Keeper's coming forward. This is the last chance. Great block there by Bigliotta, tracking back.
15 seconds left. This should be the last opportunity of the game. Ball into the box. And it goes over the crossbar, and that should do it.
Well, disappointing there for Trinity. They had one final chance, and they've wasted it.
And it's all over. The Jumbos move on. Number 4 Tufts comes away with a 1-0 victory over the Trinity Bantams. Thanks to Sophie Lloyd, the first year, a real attacking threat for this team, giving the Jumbos a 1-0 win with the assist from none other than the goalkeeper, Emily Bowers, and you can really see it. The Jumbos are ecstatic right now. Big win for the Jumbos.
Yeah, I think that the first half was very even. Both sides had good chances, but the second half, Tufts just pulled away, and they looked the better side. And although it wasn't in the prettiest of ways, but it was a Route 1 ball right over the top, and yeah, I have to say, great finish.
Big win for the Jumbos, 1-0, thanks to Sophie Lloyd. If you wish to keep watching Tufts sports, we've got Tufts soccer going on. And later today at 2:30, the men's soccer team will take on the Bates Bobcats in their opening round of NESCAC play. Thank you all for joining us. On behalf of Lucas Pyle and the entire JumboCast crew, my name is Lucas Johnson, signing off.